The Cardinals get to Mexico City over the weekend, and they have that Monday nighter against the Niners. They end up getting crushed 38-10 in the game. Before the game, they dismiss, Cliff Kingsbury fires his assistant coach on the offensive line, Sean Kugler. He then does his teleconference, and somebody says, hey, did you fire a coach? And Kingsbury says no. He's asked the direct question, have there been changes to your staff since the game? Kingsbury says no. As soon as the teleconference ends, they announce the firing. Kingsbury is something else. This dude thinks he's above reproach, plays by his own rules. He's done this multiple times. He's so snaky. He's so bad. He's just such a bad coach. He's so sloppy with everything that he does. He dresses great, wears nice sunglasses, but in terms of coaching, sloppy in everything that he does. So the Cardinals fired Sean Kugler before the game. We now have the reason why. Earlier this morning, as reported by ESPN about an hour and a half ago, Sean Kugler fired for groping women in Mexico City. Mexican authorities notified of the incident, which happened Sunday night, then informed the Cardinals, who terminated Kugler and sent him back to Arizona Monday morning before the game. He groped a woman in Mexico City over the weekend. So Sean Kugler, a member of this coaching staff, thinking, hey, yeah, we get to go to Mexico City, yeehaw! Not even focused on the game. This is the night before the game. Sunday night before a Monday night game. Thinks that it's time to party. Instead of really big game, in the division, could save our season, really tough squad, how do you run against the Niners? Instead of dialing in, goes to a bar and clearly gets drunk. I mean, you don't usually just randomly grope women at a Mexican City bar unless you're probably hopped up on Cuervo, on margaritas, one too many Coronas. So dude is probably drinking the night before a game in Mexico City and gets handsy with the locals. Number one, gross. Number two, of all the places you would get handsy, you're going to go to Mexico and deal with the Mexican authorities? Does that seem smart? This ain't Scottsdale, dude. This is Mexico City. You get thrown in jail in Mexico City, you might not make it out. That's who you want to deal with? I mean, what a dirtbag. So, doesn't care about the game, probably got lit up, does this, deals with the Mexican authorities, is sent home. But no, this is the second Cardinals coach this year that had an incident with a female. Back in the summer, the former running backs coach, James Saxon, turned himself into police after having an assault on a woman in her Indianapolis home. He was sentenced to a year in jail. And Saxon kept his job at the Cardinals until the arrest was made public. The incident happened. They didn't fire him until it went public in August. He was on the staff for 2 months after the incident. 2 months.
Come on.
So the Cardinals have had two guys this year who were aggressive with women. One guy kept his job for 2 months. The next guy got off the plane in Mexico City and said, Fiesta, mamacitas. And they wouldn't even talk about it when asked directly about it. Kingsbury sucks. He sucks. And when will the national media descend upon his perfectly coiffed carcass and start picking at his eyeballs? Oh, it's great. Let's crush Nathaniel Hackett for a 90th straight day. Who's paying attention to how bad Cliff Kingsbury is? Sloppy, arrogant, poorly coached, bad guys on the staff. Who's paying attention? Pathetic. The Cardinal season is folding. Kingsbury should get the zig after the year, but he probably won't because he got that big fat extension of the offseason. But this dude and his staff and that team, miserable. They're at home on Sunday against the Chargers. One could only hope the Chargers light them up. Justin Herbert throws for 420 yards. One could only hope.
Brandon Staley's looking at the other side going, woof, I'm not the worst coach today.
Yeah. I got to see this midseason Hard Knocks of the Cardinals that you're talking about.
I'm telling you, if you know the Cardinals, like know the backstory of Cliff Kingsbury, you will watch this and go, oh, this is nauseating. Nauseating. And the last episode, half the episode was about this offensive line coach.
Was it really?
He's like the main talking coach in the whole episode because the Cardinals had decimated the offensive line. He's making jokes about snacks and popcorn and poking fun at Kelvin Beachum.
No.
HBO basically highlighted Kugler the entire episode.
Oh, no.
It follows him around everywhere.
How are they going to handle this on Hard Knocks?
Exactly. Tonight. Can't wait.